And welcome to Arts Talk TV. I'm Bill Roberts.
I'm Jennifer Boudreau.
Welcome back. Again, exciting to be back here on Shaw TV. So Jen, how's it going?
It's really good. It was a solid month, but I have so much to talk about, and I know that you just opened a new production company, so why don't you tell us about that and your upcoming play?
Well, we had our first production meeting just an evening or so ago from the time that we taped this show. Went really well.
Nice.
We do our first show up in April of 2016, so we're excited about that. It's a show called Three on a Seesaw, an Italian
Fun.
comedy translated into English. So no, I am not speaking Italian.
What about an accent?
No accent.
No accent.
No, sorry about
Okay.
that. So, and I know you've got a lot on the go as well, but just quickly before we get to that, I just wanted to bring up, we did get a couple of responses to
Oh,
our
yes.
viewer question, which we asked on the last show.
Yes.
So
what did
we
you
asked
get?
on the last show what was our viewers' favorite Edmonton Arts Festival. So one response came in as the Edmonton Fringe Festival. That came in
Excellent.
from a gentleman by the name of Dave. And then, well, our own producer jumped in, Charlene. Of course, the Edmonton Short Film Festival. Of course, that would be her favorite.
Oh, bizarre. I wonder why.
Yeah, awesome. So I wanted to bring that up, and at the end of the show, we'll have another question for our viewers to answer as well. So Jen,
Exciting.
we talked about last show you did a diving safety course, and then you went on a
Yes.
dive trip with your dad. How did that
Yes,
go?
it was fabulous. My dad and I go to the Barkley Sound every year, and so I brought some pictures for everybody to look at.
Nice.
So I've got, of course, the picture of the peace sign that you've always got to do when you're underwater
it's
or
you.
taking pictures at all. I got some really great shots of some of the stuff that we see. So
What is
this
that?
one that we're looking at is a baby wolf eel or juvenile wolf eel. So it was just out on the rocks. We got really lucky. And then next, I also got a picture of an adult wolf eel. So
Wow.
this one, they kind of get a little bit scarier, and the males get even like bigger. And then our normal typical jellyfish, and then this really great shot of my dad and I at Jen's Jewel, which happens to be a reef that they named after me about 5 years ago. So I'm the one on the top and my dad is on the bottom. It was
Awesome.
amazing.
Those are awesome photos.
Thank you.
So who do you have coming up on the show today, Jen?
I'm speaking with Terry Daly. He's a visual artist, and he's even brought some of his paintings to tantalize us with. So
Great.
I'm
I've got
looking forward
local
to it.
comedian Ben Pearl coming on, who
Oh.
has toured North America. Great comedian, and he's going to come on and have a little bit of a chat with us and tell
Nice.
us what's upcoming in his world.
Sounds hilarious.
We'll be right back after this. And welcome back to Arts Talk. I'm Bill Roberts. With me, I've got local comedian Ben Pearl. Welcome,
Hello.
Ben.
Thank you. Thanks
So
for
happy
having
to
me.
have you on Arts Talk. I've known Ben for a long time, so it's
Yeah.
good to get you on our show. Ben, tell me a little bit why you became a comedian.
Well, I guess so. I decided around 14 that I wanted to do it, and then when I was 19 or 18, I was dating a girl that I didn't like, but I'm not a man, so I couldn't break up with her. And so I decided that comedy was a good way to not be around her. Right? I could go out and do that every single night until eventually she was like, "We haven't talked for 3 or 4 months." And I was like, "Yeah, I thought you would have clued in by now." So that was the end of the relationship and the start of a beautiful relationship with comedy.
A professional
Yeah.
career as a comedian.
It's great. It's real nice.
So when you're coming up with material,
Yeah.
is it based on personal experience? Is it by watching others? Where do you come up with this material?
No, it's just it's my life experience. A lot of it. I just tell stories that I can't tell here because this is TV, so I can't do that. I know that. No, I tell a lot about. So I tell a lot about growing up and stories that I have about having one leg, because the amputee world is super relatable for all of my audiences. And so I talk about having one leg, and I talk about politics a lot. I talk about society a lot because there's so much comedy there, just inherent in society. Technology's taken over and people are getting dumber, and it's hilarious for me to watch.
and you can have fun with it talking to people. About
Right,
it.
the stupider people get, the more fun I have.
Of course.
So
And you're not only just a comedian.
No.
You're also a professional actor. So you've been busy doing
I
that
think
as well.
professional should
am
be
I
in
stretching it?
quotations, but
Am-
yeah, that's a
So-
huge
so
stretch.
professional in
And now I
quotation.
feel bad about my career, so thanks for that.
I just wanted to bring that up. So he is a
Yeah,
comedian and an actor.
I am. I do acting. I'm going to be in The Revenant. That's coming out in January with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hardy. So that'll be fun. I had a lot of fun doing that shoot. And then I'm going to be on the next season of Fargo, and the last season of Hell on Wheels.
Excellent. Did you
Yeah.
get to do a scene with Leonardo at all?
Yeah, Yeah, I can't talk about it. I mean, it's
You're under,
not,
I know, under that
You-
confidentiality agreement.
right. So the fact that you're asking questions is making me super uncomfortable.
Okay, let's move on.
Also, you're looking at me like Thomas Mulcair staring into my soul. So if you could not do that, that'd be nice too, I think.
So, besides comedian,
Yeah.
besides being an actor,
Yes.
you've also written a book.
Yeah.
Man, you're just a guy of all trades.
Well, it's all around comedy though, right?
Right. So what's the book about?
The book is basically a bunch of stories about growing up with one leg that never made it to stage.
Right.
They're either too long or too drawn out, or you need too much context for the story to really work, stuff like that. And so I figured I have all this material that I'll never get to talk about, so I might as well throw it into a book and trick people into buying it. And so it's been selling, not
Selling
in Canada, but outside of Canada, where people like me more.
That's
Because Canadian
good.
celebrity means you're not a celebrity. That's how that works.
I've heard that.
It's fun.
Yeah, you're not the first person who has said that.
Yeah. There's celebrity and then there's Canadian celebrity. Canadian celebrity goes, I think I went to high school with that guy. Nope, you saw me on a terrible TV commercial that you made fun of with your friends, so thanks. So that's how that goes.
And you have a podcast as well. Like you do so
Yeah.
many things.
The podcast is a lot of fun. That one's me and another comedian named Dan Taylor.
Yeah.
Who's a pastor. I'm an atheist. He's a family man. I'm not. And so we talk about the news. We talk about politics. We talk about different stuff that's going on, especially in the States, because there's so much going on.
Yeah.
And so we talk about all that stuff. And we have some guests on who know more than we do about things. So those episodes are probably better informed. We were just named Edmonton's best podcast.
Excellent.
So yeah, it's coming together well. One day I will stop doing it, I'm sure. But
So-
for now, just listen, I guess.
It's
right?
And it's on weekly, right?
It's weekly, yeah.
Okay.
And so you can check it out on the website. We're on iTunes too, 30-minute week. We're on Podbean or whatever else Dan put us on because I do none of the business work.
You just show up.
I show up and then he gets mad at me for saying stuff that I do, and then he doesn't edit it, and it goes out the way it's not supposed to go out.
Right.
And for some reason, people listen to us. It's a lot of fun.
You've never found a microphone you don't like.
Right. Yeah.
So that's perfect.
Yeah.
What's coming up? You've got a tour coming up?
I got a lot of touring coming up. A lot of it's going to be for corporate season.
Yeah.
Christmas parties, fundraisers, things that make me hate my career, which is my favorite part of being a comedian, is when I can
Right.
hate it. So that's fun. I'm going to be doing some shows. I got a comic strip in Edmonton. I'll be there on October 20th.
Nice.
If you want to come hang out there, I'll be in Red Deer at the Heritage Lanes showroom
Okay.
on October 28th.
Excellent.
Shell Theatre in Fort Saskatchewan on October 29th. And all of January and February, I'm doing a theater tour across the country. So it's not all finalized now, but when it all gets done, it'll all be available on comedianben.com. All the tour dates are there. All the links to buy tickets are there. So if you don't hate me too much based off of this 6 minutes, then you can come watch me live.
And awesome. And just quickly before we close, what audience do you prefer to work with? Corporate, or if you were performing, say, like at a comedy venue?
Yeah, I prefer. Well, I mean, I prefer theaters.
Right.
They're beautiful, right? They're built for comedy. The lighting is good, sounds good.
Yeah.
Audience is all facing you, and none of them can be stupid and take out their phones and light up their dumb, ugly faces, right? Because then I have to call them out on it. So they have to sit there in the dark,
Yeah.
and it's like performing to a black wall. It's great.
Yeah, you love it.
I don't know. I just want my audience, right?
Right.
My audience comes out. They know what I want to do. They know I'm going to be yelling a lot. I don't always use a microphone if I don't feel like it.
Excellent.
I just yell and I talk about stuff that actually matters, in my opinion. I'm not. I mean, if you want to see a comic talk about, a woman's hair stuck to the shower wall, then probably not for you.
There you
if
go.
you want to see me tear into Donald Trump, come have some fun.
Well, that's awesome,
Yeah.
Ben. I really want to thank you for being on Arts Talk. I appreciate you
Yeah,
coming
thanks
out.
for having me.
Make sure you check out his website, and if you have an opportunity to go see Ben live, get out there and do it. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, welcome back. That was a great interview with Ben. And if you want to be a guest on our show, you can email us at artstalkedmonton@gmail.com or visit our website, artstalktv.com. And you have a couple of events for us today. What
I
do
do
you got?
have a couple of events coming up, actually, Jennifer. LitFest, Edmonton's non-fiction festival, which runs from October 15th to the 25th. It's in multiple venues through Edmonton and Sherwood Park. They do have a website for more information, which is litfestalberta.com.
That's a tongue twister.
It is a tongue twister. Tongue twister. You've got me going. So I'm thinking about that interview I just had with Ben as well. And then another event coming up to Edmonton, which sounds really exciting, is the Pure Spec Festival. It's Welcome to Pure Speculation Festival, and it is a science fiction and fantasy festival here in Edmonton, and it'll be at the Ramada Edmonton Hotel and Conference Center, and that is from October 23rd to 25th. What have you got, Jennifer?
I have a bunch of Halloween events for us today, very spooky. We have the Edmonton Haunted House, which is new this year. It's at the Paramount Theatre downtown on Jasper Ave, and it's open Thursdays through Sundays in the evenings, and it sounds super scary. I was looking at some of the stuff on their Facebook page, and I will be too scared to attend myself. And then there's also the Halloween Spooktacular event, which is at Fort Edmonton Park. The Family Fun event is October 23rd and 24th, so it's got all sorts of kid-friendly activities. And then the adults only, so the uber scary one, is October 30th. And the festivities start at 6 p.m. I think you get tickets on their website or at Fort Edmonton Park. And so are you dressing up for Halloween?
I am, as myself.
I was going as you too.
Well, I'm going as you. So I'm going as Jennifer, you're going as me. Nobody will ever know.
I love it.
That'll be great.
I love it.
Awesome. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, welcome back. I'm here with Terry Daly, a visual artist from Edmonton who has provided us with these beautiful works of art, which we'll talk about very shortly. But I have some very exciting questions for Terry because he started out working as a construction worker when he graduated university and then quit to do his dream job of being an artist. And I want to know how you did that, so please.
Thanks, Jennifer. I had to pay for an education, which a lot of artists have to pay for, and quite often there's not really a very good job at the end of the rainbow. So you have to find something else to do to pay off your student loan and to accumulate a little bit of extra.
Construction work.
Yeah. So the construction work was a way of getting ahead after I had fallen behind, paying for my education, and after a while I decided it was no longer what made me happy. So I had to find something to make me happy. I fell back on my passion, and I'm not looking back.
And so is that what brought you to Italy?
The Italy trip was one of many trips across Europe that I took. I was from London all the way to Turkey, Finland down to Malta and Greece, and Italy was where my home base was when I traveled throughout Italy.
I'm jealous.
And I spent most of my time going to galleries and museums across those countries and rekindling that flame that I lost working a day job, if you will.
Amazing. Did you take any classes while you were there?
No classes while I was there, but I bought supplies every time I went over, painted while I was there, and gave away most of it to people I'd met along the way because, of course, taking all this stuff back from Europe would have cost me a little bit more, and pay for another suitcase kind of thing. So.
And so your current collection that you're working on, you described as dirty landscapes versus lush landscapes. Can you maybe explain to everybody and show us in your art
Absolutely.
what that is?
It started off with some of the air quality problems we had this year with the forest fires, and even further pushing the environmental aspects of our planet and what we can do and what an artist, an individual can do. My solution was to paint something that not only could be hung on a wall, like so many environmental pieces which are dark and dirty and you don't want anything to do with them, you don't want to look at them day in, day out. I tried to paint them so they had a quality about them which would entice people to put them on their walls.
Oh, nice.
And after painting a series of dirty landscapes, I had to push myself back into the happiness and the colorful and the bright. And then I started painting these lush landscapes as a counterbalance, as a juxtaposition to all the dirty landscapes that I had been working on.
That's beautiful. You can really see the trees, like they look like they're sticking right off of the what is this, a cupboard?
This is an old recycled cupboard door, which again
Amazing.
pushes the environmental factor once again, saying rather than seeking out new wood, you use something that's already being trashed and you reclaim it and you use it in a piece of work. Acts as a fairly decent frame as well.
And so you have an upcoming show in your home gallery, is that correct? December 4th and 5th? Can you tell us a little bit about that? I'd like to see more of your art.
December 4th and 5th, it'll be my 5th winter show.
Okay.
And they've all been quite well attended, and a lot of people have come and had a really good time. I show out of a 1925 craftsman style home. It's an old home in the Inglewood neighborhood.
Ooh.
And the reason why this home became our home was because it was so conducive to hanging, working, and having shows privately.
Oh, that's amazing. And so what time will your event start?
The event will start 4 o'clock till 8 o'clock every day, possibly an hour earlier than that if I can convince my wife to open the doors for 1 hour more.
Okay.
But yeah, so on the 4th and 5th, 2 days. And my address, I believe, will probably be on the screen, and more information will be able to be found at my website or my Facebook page.
Okay, what's your website, just so everyone knows?
My website is terrypdaly.com.
Great. And you have some group showings coming up as
I
well.
do have
Where
a couple
those?
more exhibits. I have a show of sculptures of fantastical creatures, dragons and carp and unicorns, dinosaurs, very playful, very colorful, very kid-friendly. And they're going to be exhibited at the Milner Library Gallery downtown as of the month of March.
What do you sculpt those out of?
And they're all glazed clay. And some of them reach quite large sizes. I have some sculptures that are about 3 feet tall. They weigh a considerable amount as well. And some smaller
see why you
sculptures.
didn't bring one.
playful. Yeah, it would have been hard to place a large sculpture on this glass table for fear it would break.
And so you make them out of glazed clay.
Yes.
And then are they kind of a story? I think I saw something like a hockey game that you had made. Is that
I
made out
did
of the
do
same?
a series of glazed hockey players,
Yeah.
clay hockey players, and I set it up on my outdoor pond in the winter when it froze over, and put a little vignette up, and you can see pictures of that on my website as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I spanned all the hockey teams. I made a Zamboni, a couple nets, some boards, a referee, kind of fill all the holes in there.
Awesome. Well, it was really fantastic to have you on the show today, Terry, and hopefully everyone gets out to see your show December 4th and 5th with Christmas thoughts in mind,
Absolutely.
I might add. And we look forward to maybe having you on the show again with sculptures that we can lug into here.
Anytime. It's been a wonderful experience.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, and we will be right back.
And welcome back. It was a great interview you just had with Terry there, Jennifer.
Thank you. Terry's fabulous, and his art was beautiful.
It was fantastic from what I saw. I also had a chance to check out his website, and he's just a wonderful artist.
Are you going to make it to a show?
I'm going to try.
Excellent.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to see his work and have a chance to really see it up and personal and close.
Excellent.
So last show, we had our first viewer question that we asked. We wanted our viewers to answer back. So this
Yes.
show, I have a different question that I'd like to ask our viewers, and you can respond by email, which is artstalkedmonton@gmail.com. So our question is based around a local theater in town, the Walterdale Playhouse.
Right.
So what I'd like to find out from our viewers, have you ever been to a show at the Walterdale Playhouse? And if so, what did you see? So again, you can respond to our email, artstalkedmonton@gmail.com. You can go through our website, artstalktv.com. We have a Facebook page as well that you can search under Arts Talk TV. You could respond through Facebook, and as soon as we get those responses, next show, we'll read them out.
I love it.
So what's coming up for you, Jen, in the next few weeks?
Well, I am getting my wedding dress fitted right away,
Excellent.
so I'm really excited. I mean, it'll be okay. And I'm also shooting a short film this month that hopefully I'll have some pictures next show to show off.
That's great. And of course, we are in October, so
Halloween.
Halloween is coming up, October 31st. I'm going to dress as Jennifer. She's going to dress as Bill. You'll not even know the difference when we get out on the street, other than maybe a bit of a height difference. But I think I am taller than Jennifer in reality.
Right. I feel like you wish that you were.
Anyway, we want to wish everybody a safe and happy Halloween and a great October, a great Thanksgiving.
Get lots of candy.
You bet. We'll see you again next time on Arts Talk. Thank you so much for watching.